evening, members of the Roosevelt High School Early College Studies community. Welcome to the test podcast of Shark Bites. This is Dr. Dugo. I am being assisted this evening by William Pruz and Ramesh Shahzad. Thank you both for your participation. Now, William, what are some of the exciting events going on at our school?
Students had the opportunity of meeting one of NASA's most well-known astronauts and Roosevelt High School alumnus, Ron Garan, on Thursday, February 26th. Mr. Garan discussed his new book, Orbital Perspective, and his experience in space. According to the film's creator, Overview is a short film documenting astronauts' life-changing stories of seeing the Earth from the outside, a perspective-altering experience often described as the overview effect. Garan described his experience. As I looked back at our Earth from the orbital perspective, I saw a world where natural and man-made boundaries shrunk. I saw a world becoming more and more interconnected and collaborative, a world where the exponential increase in technology was making the impossible possible on a daily basis. Thinking about the next 50 years, I imagined a world where people and organizations set aside their differences and unhealthy competitive inclinations and work together toward their common goals. After all, each and every one of us is riding through the universe together on this spaceship we call Earth. We are all interconnected. We are all in this together, and we are all family. Over 200 students attended this trip, which included a short film and a panel discussion with Ron Garan and the film's creator. Mr. Garan spoke to our students about his experience at Roosevelt High School, growing up in Yonkers, and how his life changed after deciding to become an astronaut. He encouraged students to become more active in their communities. He explained that his experience in space made him more empathetic towards others. He encouraged students to think globally and act locally as their first step to changing our world and preserving our home, Earth. The following staff members who, through their dedication and commitment to our students, made this trip a success. They are Mr. DeChent, Mrs. Mancuso, Mr. Magrino, Mr. Nunez, Mr. Muniz, Mrs. Cadre, Ms. Sarafa, Mr. Renault, Ms. Almonte, Ms. Bethia, Ms. Young, Ms. Morales, Ms. Coverdale, and Ms. DiPaola.
Thank you, William. And now, Ramesh, what news do you have from Lehman?
Through the blistering, cold, chilly winds, 12 students walked steadfast past the gates of Lehman College to the art gallery. To our delight, we met their art educator, Miss Hannah Brenner Leonard, who instructed them on making collagraphs, which are prints made from low-relief collages. It was a wonderful educational experience for all the students who participated because they had the opportunity to learn about the historical architectural buildings from the Bronx, New York. Students were inspired to choose a building of interest and recreate the design through the art of printmaking. They enjoyed expressing themselves creatively as they made their many architectural print designs. As a culminating activity, their print design images are on display as a beautiful mural, which will be showcased at our school. As a way of tapping into their inner child, Miss Brenner Leonard asked the group to use clay as the next medium to create a clay-form architectural design. She stated that their building structures could be as nonsensical and imaginative as they wanted them to be. Our students truly enjoyed this activity because for many of them, they had not played with clay since kindergarten. Currently on display at the Lehman College Art Gallery is the Gee's Bend tradition. Miss Brenner Leonard gave us a tour of the two art galleries which displayed authentic ethnic quilts indigenous of the Gee's Bend community of southwest of Selma, Alabama. We heard about the history of the African American women who made the quilts, how they were made, and how the quilts became an art form. Our students were motivated to create their own quilt design, which would be mounted together to create one beautiful, unique quilt. Overall, it was an exciting, memorable experience that stimulated the creative and spontaneous nature in our students. The participants included Daniel Ailey, Michelle Martel, Wayne Bradley, Isabella Rivera, Mark Anthony, Bethany Rondon, Juden Grant, Divya Joseph, Labit Barani, Suna Kamran, Brendan Madden, and Mamawa Masakwai.
William, are there any important deadlines or information for seniors?
The 2015 Citywide Scholarship Handbook has been distributed to all seniors. All seniors are strongly encouraged to review the booklet continuously and apply to all scholarships they qualify for. First, fill out Citywide application form completely. Leave name of scholarship application blank. 2. All applications are to be reviewed by Ms. Haran at least 1 week before they are due. A copy of March 2015 Citywide Scholarships is available in the Guidance Office Room 247. Buddhist Zoo Chi Foundation is offering a $1,000 scholarship available to all students with a B average and community service. See Ms. Haran for an application. National Puerto Rican Day Parade Scholarship is available to students of Puerto Rican descent with a B average and community service. See Ms. Haran for an application. All seniors must complete a FAFSA form. Go to fafsa.ed.gov to complete. Congratulations, Daniela and Ponsa. Daniela has been selected to be a member in the National Society of High School Honors. Seniors, remember all college acceptances and scholarship awards are to be submitted to the guidance office. Congratulations to the class of 2015 valedictorian and salutatorian. Nirvani Rampersad, valedictorian. Jamily Marte, salutatorian. Congratulations to Dana Scott and Roxanne Johnson. Both students have been selected by the Zeta Phi Beta sorority for a scholarship based on their academic achievement and community service. They will be recognized on March 28th at the Mamaroneck Beach and Yacht Club. We are all very proud of them both. Congratulations to the class of 2015. As of February 27, 2015, 1,087 college applications were submitted, 181 acceptances received, $3,985,740 in scholarships earned. YPI is continuing its informative workshops as part of the College Knowledge Series. These workshops will be held at the Yonkers Riverfront Library Community Room from 5 o'clock p.m. to 7:30 p.m. as follows. March 26, 2015, College Admissions, Behind the Scenes. April 23, 2015, How to Make the Most of the College Experience.
And now some more interesting news from our school. On February 11th, Mr. Lento and 5 students, Jamaica Holmes, Jess Jimenez, Justice Medina, Raven Morrison, and Audrey Aldao, were invited to the United Nations in New York City for the Youth Assembly, where Raven sang Heal by Tom Odell in front of Patrick Scaretta, Project Director, HE Ambassador Simona Micolucci, Permanent Representative of Romania to the United Nations, and many youth delegates. This conference focused on getting more young people involved with politics and the United Nations, as well as getting more young people involved with social matters, like Emma Watson's He or She campaign. This was an interesting trip for Roosevelt students because we got to hear different people from different places talk about things such as social activism. We also got to meet Mr. Scarata and have a little look around the building. And William, is there any additional news you'd like to share?
Jamaica Holmes, a student at Roosevelt High School, Ehrlich College Studies, has been honored for her exemplary volunteer service with the President's Volunteer Service Award. The award, which recognizes Americans of all ages who have volunteered significant amounts of their time to serve their communities and their country, was granted by the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards program on behalf of President Barack Obama. Roosevelt High School, Early College Studies nominated Jamaica for national honors this fall in recognition of her volunteer service. The Prudential Spirit of Community Awards, sponsored by Prudential Financial in partnership with the National Association of Secondary School Principals, or NASSP, recognizes middle-level and high school students across America for outstanding volunteer service.
Great job, William and Ramesh. Thank you for your contribution to our test podcast. Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you found this information interesting. For more details, preview the Sharp Bites newsletter on our homepage under the tab Newsletter at roosevelt.ypschools.org.